Shanks is one of those characters who doesn't need a lot to be a dominant force in One Piece. He doesn't need fleets, he doesn't need thousands of underlings, he doesn't even need a devil fruit. His crew alone is enough to stop wars, terrify Blackbeard, and make admirals hesitate. But here's the thing, Shanks' crew might not just be strong, I think they might actually be the best pirate crew in all of One Piece. So today, I'm gonna be breaking it down. Who they are, what makes them different from the other Yonko crews, and why Oda himself frames them as legendary. Let's start with what makes them unique, their cohesion. You see, most Yonko crews rely heavily on armies. Big Mom has her children, Kaido has the beast pirates with numbers stacked into the thousands, and Blackbeard is building a squad of devil fruit monsters. But Shanks, he's got one ship, one crew, and that's it. And yet, when he pulled up at Marineford, the entire war stopped. Blackbeard, who at that moment had just taken Whitebeard's fruit, literally ran from Shanks. Sengoku trusted him enough to hand over Ace and Whitebeard's bodies. They have no fleets or backup, just one crew that's so tight-knit and dangerous that their presence alone flips the table. And that kind of cohesion is something no other Yonko can match. Now let's talk about strength. The Gorosei, who are the highest authority in the world government, called Shanks' crew balanced and legendary. Let's talk about Benn Beckman, who Oda has always typed as dangerous. At Marineford, he aimed his gun at Kizaru, and Kizaru, the exact same Kizaru who was one-shotting supernovas, literally froze. He respected Benn Beckman enough to stop. And then there's Lucky Roux, the first man in the entire series to casually kill someone. No hesitation, no wasted motion, just efficient and ruthless. Then there's Yasopp, who's canonically one of the best snipers in the world. His presence alone puts them on another level compared to other crews. They don't just have brawlers, they have specialists. And of course, Shanks himself. A Conqueror's Haki master capable of clashing equally with Whitebeard, terrifying Kaido, and one-shotting Kid with divine departure. Now what makes them different is that while Kaido and Big Mom had some elites, Shanks' entire squad feels like Yonko commander level or higher. There is absolutely no weak links in this crew. But strength isn't the only factor. Leadership is what puts Shanks above the others. Kaido ruled with fear, Big Mom ruled with obligation and family politics, Blackbeard rules with chaos and self-interest, but Shanks rules with respect and charisma. His crew follows him not because they're scared of him or because they're bound by blood, but because they genuinely believe in him. And that's why they feel more like a family than an army. And it goes beyond just his crew. Whitebeard respected Shanks, and Goku trusted him to end a war, and Kaido literally changed his plans because of him. That's not just leadership, that's influence. Now let's get into how Oda frames the red-haired pirates. Every single time they appear, the tone of the story changes. As I said before, at Marineford they ended the war without lifting a sword. At Wano, Shanks stopped Kaido before Marineford ever even began off screen. And of course, Shanks versus Kid. Shanks one-shots him with divine departure, and the crew treats it like business as usual. And that right there tells you everything about how dangerous they are. The key here is mystery. Oda doesn't overexpose them. He uses the crew like a narrative checkmate piece, and whenever they arrive, you know that the game changed somehow. So here's the truth. Shanks doesn't need to be the most flashy. His crew also doesn't need to be the biggest. What makes the red-haired pirates so terrifying is that they're small, elite, loyal, and absolutely respected across the world. The Gorosei themselves call them legendary, and every single time they show up, the story bends around them. In a world of armies, fleets, and chaos, Shanks proves that the strongest crew is the one most unified under a captain they follow to the end. But what do you think? Do the red-haired pirates really take the crown, or do you think another Yonko crew deserves it? Be sure to drop your thoughts down below, and with that, that's the end of the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in whatever I make next. Peace.